Okay, we need to talk because I'm going to be honest. I did not think it was this bad. Taji Sharma has been ahead of me on this curve. Rohan Davis has been ahead of me on this curve. I did not really realize how bad this is getting over the top now. Random canned food CEO called their own food trash and also said racist about Indians. The damn company apologized for the food comments, but not for the Indian comments. I didn't think that anti-Indian racism would be so common that political commentators that claim to be on the left, who work, I mean, tangentially, his wife is on Breaking Points. His wife is Crystal Ball, right? Her co-host is an Indian American guy, Sagar Enjeti. I did not think someone with, and if I'm not mistaken, Kyle's stepchildren are half Indian. I did not think someone with this many Indians in his life would be, and someone that claims to be on the left would be this comfortable dropping a racist meme about Indians, a racist and ableist meme about Indians, by the way. Look at the like count on this 132 likes. His anti-Indian racism was not surprising to me at all. He's a guy who's trying to reclaim the R slur by saying it anytime he gets a chance. I don't follow Kyle. I haven't followed Kyle in years. Is this a 4chan caricature? I don't think I'll explain the context behind this because one, the context doesn't matter. There is no context where this is okay. There is no context where posting something like this is not racist. This is a 4chan meme. I know what it is. It's that half of the accounts that were pretending to be MAGA and like Zionist accounts and all that shit, Israeli accounts and shit, they're Indian. Yeah, welcome to all the American leftists, that are shocked. Welcome, you dumb motherfuckers. What do you think we've been dealing with? Oh, you're just now finding out that there are bot farms operating in India. Welcome to what Indian leftists have to deal with, you dumb motherfuckers. You're now just learning about the IT cell, really? Oh, stupid dumb motherfuckers. Welcome to what we've been dealing with for years. I have mentioned it on multiple different broadcasts that I've been on that BJP has an entire IT cell. What the does that say about you idiots that you were tricked by obvious Indian bot farms? India has a lot of problems, but I can say this for sure. There is not an epidemic. I grew up in the United States, okay? India has a lot of problems. It does. And I talk about them on this broadcast. I talk about, and I advocate against Hindu nationalism. I advocate against caste. I advocate for Adivasi rights. I advocate against anti-Muslim bigotry every time I come on this fucking app. But guess what? Guess one thing that India has over the United States. School children in India do not drink glue. How many of you people, how many Americans in this chat know one kid in elementary school that drank glue? I'm willing to bet every single one of you Americans in this chat has a story about a kid drinking glue and having to go to the nurse's room. See, all the South Asians, all the Indians are shocked. All the people in the subcontinent are shocked. That is a uniquely American problem. Even far right-wingers in India are saying, yeah, we don't want American gun laws here. So you for thinking that your country is high and mighty. You for thinking your country is the greatest country on the fucking planet. You. Sorry to ask the obvious, but is this post by Kyle racist? Yeah, it is. Why are you asking that question? Yes, it is racist. Why do you think I have it pulled up on the screen? Yes, it's racist. It's racist. We're not going to take any lectures from a population that doesn't know what a fucking bidet is and doesn't know how to wash their fucking asses. India does have a lot of trash. It has a garbage problem. But guess what we have? Guess the tiny thing we have that you don't, huh? We have a hose that we use to wash our asses so our shit does not cling to our asses. So he's saying America has no fascists and all American fascists on X are actually Indians. By the way, your politicians paid for these bot farms. You. Yo, what the lol, every MAGA account on here is from a Bangladeshi bot farm. We really got psyoped into fascism. Yeah, it was the Bangladeshis that did the Native American, Indigenous American genocide. Nice. It was the Bangladeshis that did it. No, it was the Indians that enslaved Africans and brought them to America. No, it was the Pakistanis that threw Japanese people in internment camps. You got this, brother. Janitor Jack. The MAGA accounts are run by foreigners. Dude, all the libs are coming out of the woodworks to be like, no, we want to bring woke back. We want to bring woke back by being racist towards Indians. Dude, no, it's the dirty Indians. I'm going to say it like they call us shit-skinned. Yeah, it was a bunch of Indian bots that marched with Nazi flags in Cincinnati, man. Totally. Oh, Nick Fuentes is Indian. Nice one. Tucker Carlson is Indian. Bill O'Reilly's Indian. Nice, you dumb liberals. Fascism in America has existed for far longer than Indian bots. And also, it's not just Indian bot accounts. Nigerian bot accounts, Eastern European bot accounts, Russian bot accounts. No, I'm sorry that 30% of your population is so fucking dumb and racist that they will fall for bot farms. For those, okay, I have a very simple thing, okay? People are wondering why this is racist. Very simple question. People ask, oh, this is not racist. Why is this racist? Why is this racist? Why is this racist? Why is this racist? Okay, I have a challenge. I dare Kyle to replace this meme of a disabled Indian man, a 4chan meme of a disabled Indian man, with that of a Nigerian man. I want to see what happens when he does that. Let's see. Chat, what do you think would happen? You know exactly what would happen if he even tried. We know what would happen. 90% of progressive Twitch streamers on Twitch made their careers from a guy who pretended to be an Indian sex pest. The big streamers are here because they push the marginalized down. Shout out Austin Show, by the way, or Raj Patel. Oh, did you think we would forget, Austin, that you were racist towards us? Not even a apology. Bare minimum. He would literally do the stereotype of like creepy Indian men. Of like, oh, please show Bob's in Virginia. He would do that fucking meme. Kids say dumb things. No, he was a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass man. Did you think we would forget that shit? Did you think that just because you rebranded to Austin Show that we'd forget that shit? Fuck you. You guys are part of the problem. You can throw us under the bus as much as you feel like, and no one will be there to back us up. Which is why I'm here now. Which is why when I'm usually ranting about politics, I'm ranting about people on here. I'm talking about Sinhalese Buddhist nationalists. I'm talking about Nazis, genocidal Nazis. Not genocidal Nazis in India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, so on and so forth. That's usually what I'm talking about. But I cannot believe I have to come on this broadcast to lecture you chuckle about racism. Like, how do you think gay Indians feel, queer Indians feel when you did that shit, huh? I have lots of queer Indians in my fucking audience. Some of them are my moderators. Nowadays, if you're not visibly Muslim, that is to say, if you're not a Muslim woman who wears a hijab, right? You will be, and you're brown, you're from Pakistan, you're from Bangladesh, you're from Nepal, whatever. You're not a visibly Muslim woman. You will be lumped in as Indian. It doesn't matter. So when I say anti-Indian racism, it applies to everyone in the subcontinent. The people of the subcontinent can easily be thrown under the bus for a stupid gag, for a stupid racist joke, and no one is going to speak up on behalf of us. And that's a problem. You, your mother, your father, your entire lineage. You know, one of the reasons I don't talk about Indian racism, the reason I don't talk about anti-Indian racism all that much, especially in this chat, and I talked about this with an Indian Muslim friend of mine, and the reason is, and also I talked about it with a marginalized caste Indian friend of mine, and the reason I haven't talked about anti-Indian racism historically is because a bunch of the Indians that live in the United States, that live in America, are upper castes. They are privileged. They are oppressor castes. They are savarnas. They are forward castes in America. In fact, I still think the vast majority, if I'm not mistaken, the moment they go back to India, they immediately turn into the most bigoted motherfucker you'll ever see. And a lot of Hindu nationalist organizations like Hindu American Foundation and all these RSS, VHP affiliated organizations, they will turn anti-Indian, anti-South Asian racism into Hinduphobia, right? They will capitalize on anti-Indian racism. They will capitalize on the very we're talking about today to be like, oh, Hindus are in danger, Hindus are in danger, Hindus are in danger everywhere they go. They will weaponize that shit for their own ends, for their own nationalist, fascist ends. So for a very long time, I didn't want to give those guys any more fuel. It felt kind of cheap to talk about Indian American racism because half of my audience, the core audience of mine, is in India. They have to deal with 1,000 times worse than people making stinky jokes. I know people who have to worry about being lynched every fucking day. Here's another thing that I've noticed among the left, okay? Here's another thing I've noticed among the left that you guys need to shut the up on. He's in this comment section right now. I don't know if he's in. I feel like part of me says he's Indian because he said Bezati, or he's at Pakistani or something like that. There's a weird sort of woke racism among the left where people feel comfortable saying you Indians, you shit-skinned motherfuckers suck because of the way caste works, because of caste. You have a caste system, so I can treat all of you like shit because I think I think you're an upper caste person, right? I don't know anything about you or your family. But because the people that you come from are a caste society, I can treat all of you like shit. By the way, this is how stupid this racism is. Because guess what? You're also being racist towards oppressed castes. You are not smart enough to figure out where what caste someone comes from. This person, I mean, obviously, like right here, American and Western leftists are extremely dumb and full of themselves. You dumb motherfucker need to read about how badly Britain destroyed the subcontinent before you enter our fucking mentions, you racist faces. Whatever you say, Dalit. This is how stupid this is. He's calling me a Dalit person, and he's trying to use Dalit as a slur, which, by the way, this is why I say this guy's probably not Indian. Because actual Indians know this is not a slur. Dalit is not a slur. Dalit isn't a slur. He's trying to use it as a slur against me. And then he's immediately saying, no, you people have caste. There's a weird amount of woke racism where they use Narendra Modi, the anti-Indian Muslim bigotry, the anti-Adivasi bigotry, the anti-South Indian bigotry that exists, all the forms of bigotry that exist in India, to be like, you Indians suck. I can speak from experience that Westerners are now talking about isat, at least the ones who are terminally online. I'm scared to ask. What is Izzat? Izzat means respect. Be'ezati means shameless, basically. Honor or whatever. It's same shit. Like, there's a level of woke racism that is allowed on the left. And there are lots of people that are saying, oh yeah, because all of the Zionist account, or not all of them, but a very prominent Zionist accounts are all Indian, I can say Indians deserve racism. That's not how that shit works. There are lots of, India is a country of 1.5 billion people. I just talked about within the past several months or so how the BJP had to rig the elections to win. Yeah, where's your energy for Christian Zionists? I don't see that kind of energy for Christian Zionists. Okay, for those of you who don't know why this is why this is also ableist, for the record, hold on. I'm genuinely curious, how are we supposed to deal with Nazi sympathizers from India and Bangladesh? How about you deal with the Nazi sympathizers in your country, you dumb motherfucker? Why does Tucker Carlson still have a show? What about Fox News, you idiots? You have an entire government of Nazi sympathizers, and you now suddenly want to focus on India and Bangladesh. You dumb motherfucker. Who am I shouting at? I'm shouting at racists. That's who I'm shouting at. People think coming into my chat saying, oh, how are we supposed to deal with Nazi sympathizers from India and Bangladesh? Hey, guess what? That's my fucking job. You're in the South Asian leftist stream. That's my job. Let me handle that. You just shut up and worry about the Nazis that are running amok in your country. Shut the up. You let actual Indian leftists take care of that shit, you dumb. And when we say we need your support, then you just shut the up and listen to us. That's your job. Your job is not to immediately start becoming racist pricks towards all of us. Dude, I've literally had Christians come into my chat saying India can't get its shit together. My guy, you're white in the USA. Get your shit together. Exactly. We have Mohammed Zubair up, right? Mohammed Zubair up. Mohammed Zubair has to deal with the BJP ID sale every single day. He lives in India. People are constantly throwing him in jail. He has to deal with this shit every fucking day. And look what he's doing here. Several X accounts have used these images recently to openly put out racist posts targeting Indians. The person in the photo is Mr. Rajendra Panchal, who works as a helper in Maharashtra. How many of you want to guess what this guy's caste is? I am willing to bet that this man comes from a marginalized caste. How many of you want to guess that? So congrats, you dumb mother. You probably are also castists. You love coming into my stream, into my community saying, oh, what about your caste system? What about your caste system? Well, you literally made an ableist, racist, and possibly casteist meme. Oh, so he is a Dalit man. Oh, nice. So you guys were also casteist, you dumb mother. It was American dollars which made the RSS what it is today, you dumb mother. It was American dollars. And then I have another follow-up question. Why are you allowing Indian fascists to operate within your borders openly and freely? Why? Why is the RSS allowed to operate in the United States and radicalize the diaspora freely? Also, who robbed our country's blind colonizers by ways of their financial institutions? And then you're surprised when people from abject poverty do what they can to make a living. You. Several ex-American accounts have used these images recently to openly put out racist posts targeting Indians. The person shown in the photo is Mr. Rajendra Panchal, who works as a helper in Maharashtra. At the age of 1, he fell on his face and broke his jaw, which remained fused shut. Due to financial constraints, his parents could not get him treated. Growing up with a deformity, he faced taunts about his appearance, which made him withdrawn and introverted. For 38 years, he survived only on a liquid diet. In 2017, after 39 years, Dr. Gard performed corrective surgery free of cost. The surgery was successful, enabling Rajendra to eat solid food and speak clearly for the first time. You don't react to Indian fascism with racism for the same reason you don't respond to anti-Semitism even against a IOF guy. Oh, and Americans are the ones who exported a lot of their brain rot in their conversations, like in Pakistan, for example. Our right-wing dipshits are using American Western transphobia in a country which had a legal third gender for decades, and now we're having to combat Western transphobia against our people who have existed before their countries. This is ridiculous. No, I don't know who is giving these people cover. I have no idea who's giving Kyle cover. I don't know who is letting these people get away with these memes. This is deeply ableist, by the way. You're making fun of a disabled man. You're also being casteist towards this man. You. If this is your left, I want no part of this shit. You. If this is what the American left is, the American left. Is that guy like a leftist? He calls himself a leftist. I don't know what his actual beliefs are. I don't know. I know he runs a quote-unquote leftist political podcast. Can white people not use racist memes to make fun of BJP IT cell accounts makes my life as a Tamil leftist harder? It does. It makes my life as an Indian Tamil leftist harder. It does. Yet, your ideologies, it has nothing to do with this. I don't care what you... This is why Americans who identify as Marxist, Leninist, anarchist, Trotskyist, Maoist, Marxist, Leninist, Maoist, I don't believe you for a second. Westerners who identify themselves with these labels, I don't believe you for a second. Because you have not unlearned basic human decency. You have not learned basic human decency. You think reading a bunch of books and learning that capitalism is bad and learning about historical materialism, dialectical materialism, you think all of this makes you a good person. It does not. Trotsky is traveler. Take a hike, bozo. Dark woke is back. I remember Sean ranting about this against black people. Yeah, I mentioned Sean here. And he pulled this tweet up. This is what fellow socialist communists like Sean DeBlack have been literally yelling about for months at this point. That's definitely a third worldist. I don't give a shit. Like, people are saying, oh, that's a trot. Of course he's racist. That's a trot. Of course he's racist. He's not a racist because he's a Trotskyist. He's racist because he's American. Like, people are saying like, oh, Trotskyist, of course he's racist. No, man, you're American. That's why you're racist. You're American. You grew up in America. You are probably a white person that grew up in America, that grew up with stereotypical tropes about Indians on TV and have had influencers like Austin Show reinforce those, disgusting stereotypes about us. Has nothing to do with this ideology. No. Don't give them out by saying they're not real leftists. No. That's not what I'm saying at all. You can be leftist and racist. The left has a racism problem. You do. I'm sorry. The American left has a racism problem. F you. All of you. And if you see this rant and are like, oh, wrecker shit, you continue to live online in your little communist Discord where all your roles are literally central committee, good communist folks. Go pretend to go continue LARPing in your fucking dumbass communist Discord and think everyone with a valid criticism is coming to wreck your Discord server. You've done shit. If you think me saying, hey, the left has a racism problem against Indians is wrecker behavior, and you think I'm coming to destroy the fucking communist movement, get out of your fucking communist LARPer Discord server and go touch grass, you dumb fucker. Man, I did not think I'd be this angry. God damn. I should not have to come on here. Dude, I should not have to come on this show to explain to people that say they're on my side why it is gross to be this racist. I have not done this until now because I thought it was whatever. I could just brush it off. I have bigger fish to fry. There are actual Nazis operating out of India, and I want the subcontinent to become a better place. Mamdani is capitulating. No, he won and is actually doing something effective as a South Asian immigrant himself. That's why people respect him. No, I'm not talking about Zoran. That's not what I'm trying to say. That's a different conversation. Zoran is a completely different conversation. What have you ever done in your life? What have you living in your Discord server ever fucking done? Very simple question. I was talking to a member of the Savera Coalition a couple days ago, and this person is an Indian Muslim. And we were talking about how we just don't talk about anti-Indian racism in the West because of, one, the Indian diaspora at large is a Savarna upper caste diaspora. And two, a lot of them will throw these other marginalized Indian groups under the bus, whether it's Dalit people, whether it's Adivasi people, whether it's Muslim people, whether it's Christian people. They'll throw these people under the bus. Do you think there is a possibility of turning some of these creators' audiences into principled leftists rather than parasocials, online racists, or is it a lost cause? I don't know whether it's possible, but that's not my job. If you come into my stream spouting racist Indian stereotypes, I'm going to ban you. It's your job as white leftists to call this shit out. Yeah, Cavernacle is probably the only person I've seen straight up talking about this. No, let's watch the Cavernacle video. We'll watch the Rohan Davis video later. Indians being the majority of people behind these accounts has an absurdly simple economic rationale, not cultural or racial like this high key implies. X pays too little per popular post for Westerners to be able to make a living off of it. Hence why less of them do it. The poorer the country, the more these improvised fascist accounts you will see because it can pay the bills. Does this excuse it? No, all these people. But you're missing the forest for the trees if your take on why this happens is more ideological and cultural than financial. It's a hustle. This is correct. I wish he had dug in harder and said this is ridiculous. Right? This is absolutely racist depiction. It's calling Indian people poor. I have a problem with this. There are Indian people that are poor. No, he's absolutely correct. A lot of the people that are on the BJP IT cell, they're normally not making that much money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the BJP IT cell. They're not joining it because they get paid 4,000 rupees a month or something. He's not calling Indian people poor in general. You're being uncharitable to him here. He's right. He's absolutely right here. India is going through a jobs crisis right now. India's always had a jobs crisis. I mean, my only criticism of this is I wish he had gone even harder and said, this is just racist. I know personally who don't give a shit about the BJP take part in BJP events and do IT cell shit because they need the money. Hey, I know this is going to surprise a lot of chatters, but there are Dalit members of the RSS. There are people who come from Dalit backgrounds who are part of the RSS. Lots of Dalit people know that they're never going to be the same. They're never going to be treated as the same as Mohan Bhagwat, Brahmin motherfucker. They're still part of the RSS. Why? Because there is simple financial transactions going on. Being part of the Kar Sevaks. I literally have a Dalit friend who is an active BJP IT cell. Exactly. Chat, Indian inequality, wealth inequality in India is higher now under BJP than it has been under British colonialism. Wealth inequality, income inequality is so bad in India right now that it is worse than it was under British occupation and imperialist colonialism. That is how bad wealth inequality is in India right now. I'm not justifying anything that the BJP IT cell does. If you know what I do regularly, I fight against the BJP IT cell. BJP IT cell are constantly under my replies. Doesn't give you the right to make a fucking racist meme and say of a disabled Indian man, Dalit Indian man, and say, yeah, this is what you are, you are all street. You don't have the right to say that. You. I admit I kind of enjoy the irony. Western citizens have been fine with fascist policies exploiting other parts of the world for their own benefit, and now accounts from poorer nations are strengthening tendencies to bring fascism back to the imperial core so that they can get a ad. It's least to say fascinating. A streamer after Zoran once said, guys from Tel Aviv and Uttar Pradesh are really mad at this. What is their name? Send me the clip. Who are they? I will explain to them why they cannot say that about Uttar Pradesh. If there are white guys going around saying like, oh, these guys, Uttar Pradesh, this, I am so glad. Like I said earlier in the stream, I am so glad no one latched onto Bihar. For me, it's also about Bihar. Exactly what I was about to say. For me, it's also about Bihar. Biharis are dehumanized within India itself, right? Within India alone, Biharis are dehumanized to an insane extent. And because Biharis are a lot of Biharis come from marginalized, they come from Dalit castes, right? A lot of them are Muslims, and most commonly, they are the working class powerhouse of India. What was it? What was the saying? One Bihari is enough for 100 Indians. Even Kashmiris, every now and then, will be anti-Bihari. You can't be going around shit like this. Ek Bihari sau pe bari. Like, you can't say that shit about random people in India. You can't fucking do that.
In Ohio and Long Island, they're all leaving New York.
Yeah. All the people from Tel Aviv.
Everyone from Tel Aviv is leaving New York.
Yeah, everyone from Uttar Pradesh.
Everyone that lives.
No, Hassan, you can't be saying this. You can't be saying this shit. You are going to paint the entirety, you're going to paint a state that has 2/3 the population of the United States as all racist and Islamophobe? Really? No, man, that's racist. You. Absolutely unacceptable shit. There's 30,000 people in that fucking chat that's only enabling the chat to become even more racist. No, this is absolutely unacceptable.
Everyone from Uttar Pradesh and Tel Aviv are leaving New York. At least.
No, I'm sorry if I said anything that contributed to this. I apologize once again.
Throwing around baseless claims helps anyone. Yeah, dude, every Indian guy on Twitter that has names like Vivid Prowess with the Israeli flag in the bio that are tuning in from Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, he's talking about one particular person. That's a bit different.
Where the do you think all the pro-Israel sentiment on Twitter is coming from? It's not like it's a secret. They also say it too. They're like, we're spending money on bot farms. We're spending.
That one's a bit different. He's focusing on one guy. That's a bit different. Who is from Uttar Pradesh? Vivid Prowess is Israeli. No, he's not Israeli. He is Indian. His name is Ashutosh. He is Indian. Here, actually, Cogito had a really good take on this. Cogito had a really, really, really good take on this, actually. Very revealing that people make fun of Russian bot farms with images of Russian soldiers at computers, but Indian ones demand a racist cartoon. Incredible take, by the way. Like, when Israelis are doing bot farms, it's IDF soldiers doing it, right? They always depict them as IDF soldiers doing it. When it comes to Indians, for some reason, it's some racist 4chan Nazi meme. Here, wait, let's go back a few seconds.
Chat.
The Exodus! All the people from Arkansas and Ohio and Long Island, they're all leaving New York.
Yeah. All the people from Tel Aviv.
Everyone from Tel Aviv is leaving New York.
Yeah, everyone from Uttar Pradesh.
Everyone that lives in Tel Aviv.
Everyone from Uttar Pradesh and Tel Aviv are leaving New York.
No, man, keep Uttar Pradesh out of your mouth. Keep Uttar Pradesh, Hassan, keep Uttar Pradesh out of your mouth. Hassan Minhaj, the other Hassan is from Uttar Pradesh. Hassan Minhaj is literally from Aligarh. What do any of these white guys know about Uttar Pradesh, man? Yeah, do UP Wallas, did Uttar Pradesh folks in New York not vote for Mamdani? Like, do people think that the Uttar Pradesh folks in New York, did they not volunteer for Zoran? Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, bot farms in India are crazy. I have no problem talking about bot farms. I talk about IT Cell. Those IT Cell are all in my Instagram comments. They're all in my YouTube comments. They're all in my Instagram, in my Twitter mentions. Yeah, Kid Boga, man. What the fuck? Kid Boga also does this shit. Kid Boga also enables this shit. I understand that Kid Boga tries to clamp down on anti-Indian racism. But every time when you deal with a fucking Indian scammer and you just show them as like, oh, they're scammers. Guess what the fuck is going to happen? Your audience is subconsciously going to associate Indians with scammers, with working class scammers. And Kid Boga is actually one of the best at this. Like, Kid Boga is actually pretty decent on this. Everyone else treats Indians as though we're just, literal stains. If you're not from the subcontinent, keep with it. I think part of this is because Indians have been way too soft on this. I think Indian leftists have been too soft on the fucking racism. I'm going to be honest. Even if there were 1 million bot accounts on Twitter, all from Uttar Pradesh, guess what? That is still 0.01% of the fucking population. Also, Arun, there's this same story. Yes, dude, we know this as well. This is also fucked up. Also, the India Lion 2, sir. India Lion 2, SAR. AA SAR. Way too comfortable saying that shit. Fuck you. By being fucking racist, by the way. You are giving cover to Hindu nationalists that do shit like this. Same story. The Muslim rage boy. Indian police raided his home, threw his sister from a window, and broke her spine. She was painfully disabled for 4 years before dying from the injuries. You're giving coverage. You are giving more ammo to Hindu nationalists that use memes like this to dehumanize Muslims. Also, by the way, if the cop-out for this is, well, actually, I went full-throat support for Zoran Mamdani, who is an Indian himself. It's not about... I'm just asking people not to be weird around us. That's all. It's a very simple ask. Don't be weird around us. No, actually, it's an impossible task, apparently. I thought it was easy, but I was wrong. And before people say, oh, yeah, what about the fucking Nazis? Nazis are being racist towards Indians, too. Then why are you doing the same thing as the fucking Nazis? I have friends in India living in North America who are also anti-Indian. I also tell them that they're not helping their future selves or offspring by doing that. The Tyler Oliveira video hides so much. I'm from around there, not that village specifically, but his video presents it as like it's an Animal Planet documentary. It sucks. No, because Tyler Oliveira is a racist piece of shit. He did this with Haiti. He's most famous for doing this with Haiti. My hope right now is that most of it is online, but it's only a matter of time, and the UK has had their race riots recently. This will pop offline. It's not like racism never just stays online. People will do shit in real life. Have you seen what is happening in Ireland and Canada? Yeah. Racist attacks against Indians. Yes. Entire families are being murdered in Canada and in Ireland. Indian woman was sexually assaulted like 2 weeks ago in the UK. What steps can we take to fix this though? Yeah, I'm doing whatever I can right now to stop this.